Hello everybody, my name is jackoer and I'm sorry for being late about this video. I was thinking about making the video in a classroom with a teacher or some students making the example. Okay, maybe not the teacher because it's about cheating in exam. Now, oh damn it, I don't have the things. Sorry, it's because I was using them for the Spanish version. Okay. First thing that you need to know about this one is that everything you're gonna do, or maybe you're gonna do, I didn't make it. I mean, I never cheat, but I know a lot of people who cheat and make these tricks. But there's one trick that there's the max trick ever. And believe me, you want to know it. First of all, do you see this book? The first trick is getting the book down of the under the chair of your partner, or in this time schoolmate. You put the book down the chair, but it's not a book, it's gonna be a notebook. In the notebook it's just a bunch of pages and there's gonna be another pages, but you just gonna use one page. Why? Because you're gonna summarize everything in just one page. Everything in that month, semester or year, you're gonna combine everything in just one simple page. This is the trick. Definition on the top. All the definitions we're going to start in the top of the page. In the middle part, you will start to create a value. I mean, for example, P is the value of whatever it is. The value of this, the value of that, the value of everything you need in that exam is going to be in the middle part. In the last part, if you have those kinds of teacher that they start to say, no, you will not use any kind of formula or even any kind of help to write a formula. You need to know the formula with your mind. You need to know how to use that formula in your own life, whole life, and whatever it is. But if you never remember that formula, then it's impossible you can pass that class. That's why in the last part it's gonna be formulas. Now this is gonna be hard because if the down part of the chair from your friend on the front it's open for the four sides, how to say right? There's one of those four chairs. Well, no, four chairs. Wait a second. It's gonna be something like, if you have that kind of chair, then it's gonna be hard to try to copy in the exam, get a cheat. But this is the trick. You need the help of your backpack. Ignore this backpack. There are too many memories. Okay, the trick is the next. Cover the left side with your backpack. The part of the front, you're gonna use a sweater. Of course, you're gonna say what you're going to do with the right side and the back part. Okay, if you try to cover the back part, then how you going to cheat? I mean, if you're cheating with your own chair, then it's gonna be obvious that you're cheating if you're making this. But if you're cheating, put the notebook with the page down the chair of your friend, the only thing you need to do is sit and watch down, or even just with your eyes in this way. You don't need to move your head because it's gonna be obvious. The only thing you need to do is put your eyes on the notebook and of course having a good view or having good eyes. Okay. And the last part, if you add a third wheel, it's gonna be dangerous. Why? Because the teacher is gonna notice something weird. it's normal that some students sit on a sweater or a jacket or whatever it is. And of course it's simple and normal to have a backpack on the side, but if you have something else covered in the right side or even the back part, then it's gonna be easy know that you're cheating or there's something weird happening that's in that place. Now, the second cheat it's a little more easier because you're not going to use a notebook. The only thing you need is the page, but of course not this one. This is normal difficulty, but at the same time it's easy to get caught. In this case we're going to use a middle page, or this is the level throw. Write everything in that single rectangle, everything. Look, talking, you need almost like a little pen or a little letter to write almost any kind of formula or values or even definitions in this place. But believe me, there are so many people who can archive, well, make this possible. But this is the most easiest and simple way. Of course, if we're using a big page like I showed before, you're gonna hear these kinds of things. Even if you're fondling it, unfondling it, and everything, it's gonna be hard. The thing that I recommend is 1/4 of page. In that way, it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be easy to hide, and even between the exam. If you can, of course, if you don't believe me that part, it's almost the same thing with your exam. 2 pages, easy to hide. That's the thing. But I would recommend you to plastify the page. Why? Because if your backpack it's a jungle, believe me, your whole work and the page is gonna get ruined. I mean, it's gonna burn like a ball, it's gonna get destroyed, everything. Then the better thing is plastify the 4th page or whatever page you have. In that way you can make every cheat moment, well, every cheat movement more easier to be able to make this trick. And it's gonna be more easier to try to hide everything in the middle of the exam. Of course, this is draw level. The next cheat, it's pretty easy, but at the same time is a great, how to say, consequence. Because there's a chance that the teacher will find out that you're cheating. But at the same time, he don't going to realize that except if you left some evidence. For example, you're in front of the chair, I mean in front of the table of the teacher. The teacher is in front of you. But of course the teacher is one level up. Why? Because he's on the step. If he's on the step of a stern layer, then this is gonna be easy because the only thing you need to do is add the page and stick it on the table, in front of the table. I mean, you don't need to cover anything. The whole table is gonna cover the whole cheat page. By the way, you need to be careful for the damn nerds or the pet teachers if they realize that. That's why this is gonna happen with this one or the 4th page, but you need to cover a little more. I'm not talking about a sweater nor a backpack with your body. But of course, don't be so obvious like, no, you're gonna cover with your body almost like half seat or 1/4 seat and then add the page. But for this trick, you need to find a little, how to say right, a little line that they're supposed to connect between the chair and, well, not the chair, between the table and one leg of the table, then you add it in that place. If you use tape, it's gonna be hard to take it out because you're gonna make a lot of noise. If you're using glue, it's gonna be hard to clean it, especially because you're getting a stain. If you're showing a stain in the moment when you're trying to cheat, then it's obvious that you're gonna get caught. Now, this is the most simple thing, and of course, you need to have another group or another year helping you. Why? Because there's gonna be 2 groups or even 3 groups with the same teacher. First A, first B, first C. This is gonna happen if your teachers are the ones who doesn't like to make more than one exam. Then it's easy for everybody because one class are taking the exam, then you go, you ask for the exam, for test, whatever it is, and they will give you the questions and the answers. In that way, it's gonna be more easier to you to cheat even the other group. But the thing is, if you have the same teacher and you need to take care about everything because there's sometimes 2 kinds of tests and exams. So you need to be careful, ask the questions you need to do, and know if there's a cheat from the part of the teacher if there are 2 or more tests or exams to make in the whole class. But this one is the gold standard, and it had a predecessor. How is that one? It's easy. You got the exam and you're next to the window classroom. The window classroom aside to a hallway, and there's your partners, your team, your friends, whatever they are. The only thing you need to do is slide the damn page on the window. Slide the page to the window. They will take the exam, they will try to write all the questions or even trying to check out every question, and then they will pass the exam back to you. Or you can take a picture. Well, no, wait. The other part, it was sending the test to a friend and they will take a picture. But now, thanks for the technology, we can take a photo to exam, test, whatever you have, and send it to your friends. Of course, you need to be careful in every movement, and you need to have your phone in mute. Maybe without vibration too. Feel me, sometimes the vibration is making a lot of noise. Feel me. If there's a whole classroom with not so many noise, they will know that you're using your cell phone. But that's the last program. Because the max cheat that you can ever do is making the teacher your enemy. Advice: for this cheat, you will be unable to cheat. You cannot cheat. But then why this trick? Because you're helping your friends to cheat in the exam, and they got more chances to go out clean than Luke talking having an affair. Luke talking is more easier for them. Get a clean out in exam, a test. If you're making the teacher your own enemy, then you're having an affair with the the girl you like, and she already have a girlfriend, husband, depending which year you are. But you need to know something. For this cheat, you cannot cheat in the test. That's the first one. The second one, you can just only use it with 3 different teachers. What I mean with about this one, it's easy. You have 3 teachers, and from those teachers, you have the same teacher the next year, but with another that subject. You cannot change your mood. You already made it with that teacher. If you have it the next year or the next semester, you will still having the cheat, even knowing if his class is now easy. No, you're now enemy of that teacher until you stop seeing him, no matter what happened. Third, you cannot be enemy of all the teachers. And this is important. You cannot be enemy of all the teachers. Why? Because you're enemy of all the teachers are going to try to take you out. Being expelled, making stories, whatever there is. You need to have a clean record with some teachers and a dirty record with another ones. The thing I did with some teachers to make them my enemy are simple. The first of all, pay attention in the class. Of course, you're gonna say, why pay attention? Because you're gonna write everything in your computer, but at the same time, you're gonna use a microphone, well, not a microphone, an audiophone in one ear. In the moment that the teachers start to ask you, hey, can you remove the audio? Oh, no problem, teacher. I got the whole class. You're writing on the on the on the blackboard or whiteboard, whatever you call, and I don't listen to anything. Then the teacher is gonna start to doubt because you're not listening music, but you got the audiophone. Second of all, you're paying attention in the class, and the teacher is thinking that you're not paying attention in the class. The thing you're trying to make is demoralize the teacher. That's the first thing. You're going to try to demoralize the teacher. Second of all, if you have a teacher that will talking are saying that you need to follow an order, you will not follow the order. Why? Because if you can find another way to make to the answer and the right answer, and you just follow your trick but know the order the teacher are showing, and you're showing the right answer, then the teacher is gonna be like, what the fuck, you need to follow the order. But I get the answer, doesn't it? Okay, yes, you get the answer, but you need to follow the order. That's the second part. You need to make crazy the teacher. Now, this is the third, and you know that the teacher got caught with that trick. If the teacher says something like, you say something like, I'm good with optional questions, and the teacher said, okay, this student is saying that he's great, he's a god, he's perfect in open questions or in multiple questions, multiple option questions, then you know if he's exaggerating the things, congratulations, he's on the hook. All the rest of your friends, schoolmates, whatever you have, they will get open and free. Well, no, completely free. Little talking, you're giving almost like 10 to 20% chances more to copy in the exam, get cheat in the exam. You cannot be able to cheat on the exam, but you will, how to say it right? I will show you how to study for the exam, and only that. The ways more easier to pass an exam without cheating. Believe me, it's completely easy. But that's gonna be the next time. Now for remember, demoralize the teacher. Make him crazy and get him on the hook. Now, type of teachers that this trick can work. First of all, maniacs of the order. We're talking about that one. It's easy. the option 2. The only thing you need to do is follow the order. No, if you can find a way, you can make it crazy the teacher. That's what we're talking about, the first option. Whatever I say. You know what? We covered before that one. Go to the option 2, well, not option 2, the part 2 of how to make crazy the teacher and get in the hook. The thing is, maniacs of the order, they're ones so easy to get in the hook. Teachers who got a high moral, or in this case, he got a God complex. They're thinking that they're so smart, they're so good, or whatever it is. Believe me, if you're making that trick, oh, he's gonna have your eyes on you all the time. And third, and this is gonna be important, if this teacher is one of the teachers that they not allow any kind of help, then that's the other teacher you need to go for. If you can use those tricks with those teachers, you're helping your class, the whole classroom, to approve in the test if they're cheating. There's a lot of people who doesn't rely on their mind. They don't know how to use their mind. They don't know how to play right the game. They're not so smart. Then what you need to do? Of course you're gonna say nothing. But let me tell you something. Cheating is more harder than you think, because the teacher, for the personality of every student, they're gonna know if they're cheating or not. Why? Because imagine this, a guy who talking cheats and get a 100%, where the whole time he got 5, he got 6. You're with AB. They're getting a D, they're getting a C, they're getting an E or an F. Believe me, it's gonna be hard for them getting an A. It's impossible for them getting an A. It's possible they can have a B plus, but never an A. If you're a guy who having a grade of B, then there's a chance that you can get A plus. If you're a guy who talking are from the F, C, D, or even E. Good question. You have an E? I never seen an E in my life. Okay. There's a guy with an E. The max grade that he can have maybe is a C. An F is the same case, a C plus. A D, maybe a B plus, A minus. A C, okay, the people with a C, there's a chance that you can go for the A plus or A minus, depending how the teacher are seeing you, if you're good students or not. Then the thing you need to know is how to apparent or give an appearance to the teacher that you can deserve that grade. You need to know how to cheat the teacher, and what's the grade you really need to have to cheat the teacher. If you're cheating in exam, if you're making nothing in the whole semester, the whole month, the whole work, you need to know how to cheat that grade. I already said how, but you need to know the teacher and know how to make it. If you don't want to cheat, there's no problem. I will show you the way that I study and make possible to pass the whole year, the whole month, the whole damn life from exams. I already graduated. The only thing I need to do is, okay, I don't know how to say it. Did you know the SATs is something like that, but this is for the titulation in national geography. Getting certified in the whole nation. I'm gonna make that exam. I'm gonna imply my studies method, because I already tell you that I was the enemy from almost all the teachers. I never cheat in my life. I see a lot of people cheating, and I help them how making that trick. And believe me, 100% of the people who cheat never got caught when I was in that room, because the teacher, it was my enemy and he got the whole eye against me. If you're a smart guy, you can help the people. But if you're a lazy guy, it's better if you're making nothing and open a notebook or trying to go for yourself or making a group to make possible this. Okay, this is gonna be all. I was Jackoer, and the next time I will show you the ways that you can study and have good grades on the school. Thanks for watching the video.